Hi everybody, it's a little dark out here and we are at the ULAA Conference in Philadelphia, and you wouldn't believe who I came across. One of the indigenous Liberian cultural queen, Miss Tarloh Quiwonkpa, and she's here. I'm gonna put her on the country club because this is a legend, a living, breathing legend, and we don't want them to pass before we talk about their good. So Auntie Tarloh, I just want you to step on the country club. We congratulate you. We say thank you for everything you've done for us.
Thank you.
And we said thank you so very much. You can sit on it, you can do whatever, but it's just for you to know that we appreciate you, and we want you to know we are honored to have you. Stay around, and we want the culture to remain. So we will just ask you, because you were in Kenejah, you grew up in Kenejah, and you left Liberia, you traveled the world dancing, promoting Liberian culture. And now Kenejah is something that is not necessarily ours, and Kenejah is not there, but do our culture stop there in Kenejah? So at this time, we just want to hear from you.
Well, Tarloh, thank you once again. You know, the National Culture Center, I was recruited. I joined at the age of 8. Having arrived at Kenejah, they have various tribes, all the tribes. The Kru, the Gio, the Pele, the Mana, the Vai, the Gola, the Mende. The Mende were there but not in numbers. And these were all family. We had to learn the Pele tribe, you know, learn how to communicate, learn how to dance, every, you know, tribal, folkloristic dances and steps. So we're a big family, and I grew up at Kenejah. I went to high school from Kenejah. I graduated from Kenejah High School. I also had the opportunity to travel with the National Dance Company. We took part in Festa 77 in Nigeria. We traveled to the United States, where we toured over 50 states. We went to Europe and so forth. So Kenejah is my roots, is where I came from. You know? So
Kenejah had a school on the ground?
Yeah, they had a dormitory, a boys' dormitory and the girls' dormitory.
Oh, wow.
But Kenejah was, the fundamental reason why Kenejah was formed was for the culture. So as the girls and boys were dancing, the late Bati Mo and Omen Jangaba, who are the original fathers of Kenejah during the Tottenham time, they decided to, you know, incorporate school, because they didn't want to just focus on the arts culture. When you get injured or you do not have any basic knowledge of education, empowerment, you went downside because you couldn't perform because you were injured. So they brought in, you know, the academics, and that's where some of us were able to go to school. Now, to be honest with you, the academic aspect of the culture center was not really being encouraged. The late Peter Bala, who may his soul rest in peace, the late Man Wisse, they were good people, but the reason they wanted us to be there was to just dance, and we were dancers to promote the art. And so I want to give credit to 2 individuals. Even on my CD you have, I give credit to those 2 individuals. They were Peace Corps. Miss Kenejah Wiseman, I still remember her name, and Mr. Nathan Penn. They used to come in the dormitory in the morning, because we used to perform at the Ijero building. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're dancing, 2 shows, 3 shows, arriving home on Sunday morning at 4 a.m. in the morning. So we didn't have the time to go to school on Monday morning. And so when we arrived, go to bed, Nathan Penn and Kenejah Wiseman would come in the dormitory and say, "You guys get up and go to bed and go to school." Me and Nima Burr, Lopu Tokpa, Topu Panyino, Jungle, Zina, Kema, Solo, these. You know, at that time Fatu was not there at the Kenejah. Fatu came later on. So then, you know, everybody's tired. I mean, when we used to perform in Liberia at the Ijero, Providence Island, we will arrive at like 9 o'clock in the morning. From 9 o'clock in the morning, we'll be performing until like midnight. Coming home on the bus by 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning.
No time to study.
Go to school in the morning?
Yeah, you're so tired.
So our bones and joints after dancing all day, you know. So Mr. Nathan Penn and Kenejah Wiseman I give them credit. Because when they came, Kamasa Bobo, I want to mention her name also. They will come in the dormitory and try to wake us up, and majority of us will fall asleep. But then I would say, you know what? These people are making sense. We need to learn.
Yeah.
So I used to go to school and always with Jala Kruma and Benji. You know, they were all smart guys at Kenejah who were bass player, and you know. So they really encouraged me to go to school, and that's the reason why when you know, when I graduated from Kenejah High School, my goal was to pursue. I had a scholarship to go to Ghana for the arts, and then of course, you know, things did not go that way because of
the Civil War.
You know, the coup.
Okay. The coup. Okay.
So realistically, Kenejah is my home. I got pretty much heartbroken when Kenejah got sold. I don't know why, but I did get some information as to why it was sold. I don't think that land needs to be given to anyone. Our children need to know where their roots in terms of the culture lies.
Okay.
So hopefully your effort towards sustaining our culture and having us recognize our culture, we can rally around you, you know, because everyone cannot create this need to regain Kenejah back. If you donate, we can rally with you, work with you, and make sure we take back Kenejah from Bob Johnson, the BET millionaire who
because my thing is he's a millionaire. Kenejah is the least of his worries, you know. So given that the youth of Liberia, because this is conversation I've heard all over the United States, people have been talking in whispering about it. No one is really bold to come out and talk about it more, you know. And how would these people know what the Liberians want if they don't say it? I know it's money invested, but Bob Johnson has enough money to be too concerned about Kenejah. And at the time, he may have done it, and now not necessarily know what Liberian people wanted at the time. But if people are talking about it, whispering about it, why don't you make your wishes known so someone can do something about it? So that's something in the future we can start the dialogue about, you know. What can we Liberians do to regain something that is very indigenous to us? From the way you even talk about Kenejah, the passion in you, you know. As a child growing up, I used to go to the island to watch as a little girl, you know, and heard about Kenejah. I always inspired to want to even see what Kenejah looked like. And the only time I had to see Kenejah, it was a different statue on the ground. So I didn't get to see it for what it was. But that's something, you know, that's a future project. But we want to tell you thank you so very much, and thank you for still singing. And not only are you still singing, you're still singing in the Liberian dialect, the Kru dialect. And that is a wonderful thing. But thank you so much, Tarloh. Thank you so very much.
Thank you for your work.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I will have to put it on the YouTube channel because it's more than 6 minutes. So it will not post to Facebook.
Okay. Thank you so much.